A voice rose inside him, not forced, not controlled, natural, and before he could stop himself, he spoke. Hello? Then, softer, more inviting. Come here. It doesn't trap you. It turns you.
If this gave you chills, hit like. Share this with someone who loves horror. Comment, don't answer if you would stay away. And subscribe to the 60-second scare. Because in episode 7, he tries to escape what he's become. He ran. He screamed. He tried to escape. But what if you were never meant to leave? If you think you can outrun something that's inside you, think again. Subscribe to the 60-second scare before it decides to keep you.
No. Arjun stepped back, shaking his head. I'm not doing this. I'm not one of you. The spirits watched him, silent, still. You already are, one of them whispered. But Arjun turned away and ran. He ran through the forest, past the trees, past the shadows, past the voices. His feet didn't touch the ground. He moved faster than he should, like the forest was pushing him or letting him go. I can get out. I can get out. The road. He needed the road. And then he saw it, the edge of the forest, the broken road, his bike, exactly where he left it. Relief hit him like a wave. I made it. He stepped out of the forest, and everything went silent. The air felt normal again. The night sounds returned. Crickets, wind, distant dogs barking. Arjun laughed nervously. I'm out. I'm actually out. But then he looked down. His hands flickered, just for a second, like static, like something unstable. No. A voice echoed behind him. Arjun. He froze, slowly turned. The forest stood still, silent. But the voice wasn't coming from inside it anymore. It was coming from him. He rushed to his bike, looked into the mirror, and what he saw wasn't right. His reflection lagged, delayed, smiling, a second too late. No, no, no. He touched his face. The reflection didn't. A sound. Footsteps. Behind him, another traveler. Walking down the road. Confused. Lost. Arjun opened his mouth to warn him, to scream, to tell him to run. But the words that came out weren't his. Hey, soft, calm. Can you help me? The traveler stopped, looked at him and stepped closer. You don't leave the forest. You carry it with you.
If this shocked you, hit like. Share this with someone who loves horror. Comment, it never lets go if you felt that. And subscribe to the 60-second scare. Because in episode 8, they find his body. They found his body. But something about it wasn't right. No wounds, no blood. And yet, it looked completely empty. If you think the horror ends when the body is found, you're wrong. Subscribe to the 60-second scare before they find yours.
The sun rose slowly over the village. Soft light, birds chirping. Normal. too normal. But near the edge of the road, something lay still. A body, face up, unmoving. Two villagers approached. Cautious. They had seen this before. Not once, not twice, many times. One of them stopped.
It happened again.
The other nodded.
It was a full moon.
They knelt beside him. Arjun, his skin was pale, too pale. Not sick, not dead, drained. Completely. His veins, barely visible. His lips, colorless, like something had taken everything inside him. Without leaving a mark, footsteps approached. Slow, heavy, the old man, the same one who warned him. He looked down at the body. His eyes didn't show shock, only confirmation.
I told him.
He whispered.
No one listens.
The villagers stepped back. Fear, but not surprise. This is what it does, one of them said.
It calls you, it takes you, and it leaves this behind.
The old man shook his head.
No. This isn't what it leaves. This is what's left.
A sudden breeze passed. Cold, unnatural. The trees at the edge of the forest shifted, just slightly. The old man looked up, straight at the forest, then at the body. Something wasn't right. Arjun's fingers twitched, barely noticeable. One villager gasped, "Did you see that?" Silence. Then, slowly, Arjun's eyes opened, wide, empty, and his lips moved. Just a whisper. "Hello." The body is empty. But the voice remains.
If this gave you chills, hit like. Share this with someone who loves horror. Comment, "It's not over," if you felt that. And subscribe to the 60-second scare. Because in episode 9, the voice finds someone new. The next night, it happened again. Another traveler, another voice. But this time, the voice sounded familiar. If you think the nightmare ended with him, you're wrong. Subscribe to the 60-second scare before you hear it too.
The road was quiet again. Too quiet. The village stayed locked, doors shut, lights dim. No one stepped outside. They knew better. It was another full moon, and the forest was ready. A lone figure walked down the road. A traveler, lost, confused. His phone had no signal. His path unclear. He stopped near the forest, looked around. Hello? No answer, just silence. Then, a voice, soft, close. "Hey." The traveler turned quickly. "Who's there?" Nothing. Then again, "Can you help me?" The voice sounded normal, human, familiar, safe. The traveler stepped closer to the forest, squinting into the darkness. "Where are you?" A figure stood between the trees, barely visible, still, watching. "Here." The voice came again, clearer now, and that's when the traveler saw his face. Arjun, standing inside the forest, unmoving, eyes glowing faintly. The traveler frowned. You okay? What happened to you? Arjun didn't respond, didn't blink, didn't move. Then slowly, his lips curled into a smile. Not human, not right. Come here. The words slipped out softly, smooth, inviting. The traveler hesitated. Something felt wrong. But the voice felt safe, familiar, trustworthy. The traveler took a step forward, then another, toward the forest, toward Arjun, toward the darkness, and just before he crossed the edge, more voices joined in, whispering, calling, repeating his name. It doesn't need new voices. It uses the ones it takes.
If this gave you chills, hit like. Share this with someone who loves horror. Comment, don't step in if you would stop. And subscribe to the 60-second scare. Because in episode 10, the forest calls you. Before you continue, make sure you're alone. Because this story is no longer about them. Subscribe to the 60-second scare, because after this, you might not want to hear your name again.
The forest stood silent, still, watching. Another night, another full moon, another voice, another step into the dark. It never stopped, it never failed, because it didn't need to hunt. It only needed one thing, a name, deep beneath the roots. It waited, not sleeping, not resting, listening. Every whisper, every breath, every voice. It heard them all, and it remembered. The roots stretched further, beyond the forest, beyond the road, beyond the village. Slowly, silently, reaching places they were never meant to go, because the forest was no longer just a place. It was growing, a faint sound, not from the forest, from somewhere else, closer, familiar, a voice, soft, clear, calling your name. Think about it. Have you ever heard your name when no one was there? Felt watched in complete silence? Paused because something didn't feel right? That wasn't your imagination. That was it, learning you. You didn't go to the forest. You didn't need to, because the forest came to you. Every time you listened, every time you turned, every time you wondered, did someone just call me? Listen, right now, don't move, don't speak, just listen. Did you hear that? It knows your name. And now, it's your turn to answer.
If this gave you chills, hit like. Share this with someone who shouldn't watch it alone. Comment I won't answer if you're brave enough. And subscribe to the 60-second scare. Because some stories don't end when the video does.